But where's the proof of white supremacy? You made the statement just now. Where's the proof of it?
Yeah, well, open your eyes and look. Look at the world.
I don't see it.
All right, y'all. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're tuning in. I'm grateful to have you here. We got my man Jesse Lee Peterson back in the building today doing an interview with Dr. David Imhotep. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. No disrespect. He's an Afrotologist, which I've never heard of. No idea what that is. He also wrote a book called The First Americans Were Africans. So yeah, at the very least, this is going to be interesting and probably extremely hilarious. Let's get it poppin'.
If it's true that black people were the first, why is that important? Why is it important?
Why is it important?
Yes.
You look at whites. Why is it important for them to be white?
Why is it important what?
Yeah, to them be white. White privilege, white this, white that. Everything you see, if you don't read black history books, you would think that, that whites built civilization, built this, did that, did everything. So when a black person, when a black child grows up in that type of environment, what does it make them feel like? How do they feel? You know, they say that black children are the first to walk, the first to read, the first to talk. They're the first to think about this, that, and the other. And this comes from different scientific books. Okay?
Meaning that a black child is first to talk before a white child or any other child?
Well, I mean, this is what I read.
Did you believe that? So you don't believe that then?
I'm not saying I do, I'm not saying I don't. I haven't tested the children. Could be true, could be false.
So if it's true that blacks were the first on earth, God created the black man first, what happened to black people? Why are they so screwed up? And not all, but most. They're not smart, they don't create, they destroy. What? They're even destroying the football team, the NFL. Now, when you just screw up the football.
Watch out.
Yeah, when you mess up football, you know you got some issues. Does that change black people in any way to know that they were first on earth? Why are they smart enough to show that they were first? Why are they allowing everybody else to outsmart them and outdo them?
The majority aren't taught anything about that. They don't talk about that in their families. They're the majority, but there are plenty of black folks who know something about their history, and there's some who know a lot about their history.
Well, they may know about the history, but they're not productive people. You don't really see them. They're not building a rocket ship to the moon, or they're not building a nice neighborhood. They destroy neighborhood. Even when the white man gives them a nice neighborhood, they turn it into a ghetto. Like the fallen Messiah, Obama.
Okay.
They gave Obama a chance, the first black president, to be the president of the greatest country in the world. And what did he do?
Okay.
Turn it into a ghetto. How come if they're so smart and they're the first, why don't they create rather than destroy?
Well, going to another point you were talking about, why don't they create different things? They did create back in the day.
I'm talking about now, like over the last 1,150 years.
Let me finish my point, okay? Not only did they create things on Earth, but did you know that there are pyramids on Mars?
But we can't live in no pyramid. Are you?
Wait, what? Hold on. Did I hear that right?
That's my point, okay? Not only did they create things on Earth, but did you know that there are pyramids on Mars?
What's wrong with you people?
You gotta be kidding me. What? Did he just say black people built pyramids on Mars while keeping a straight face? Pinocchio mode is in full effect, y'all. That nose is getting longer and longer as we speak. Goodness gracious.
Not only did they create things on Earth, but did you know that there are pyramids on Mars?
But we can't live in no pyramid. Are you saying they went up there and created pyramids?
How'd they get there?
How did they get there?
Look, not only are there pyramids on Mars.
What is he smoking?
They have them put out in mathematical maps, and then they have a mountain that was carved with a man's face and looked like he had an Egyptian type garb on. Now, if you are a Martian and you're proud of your people, wouldn't you be making images of your people? Why make one of a humanoid?
Well, how did
we don't make pictures of Martians. So we know that there's a good possibility that the pyramids are from here, and so are the people.
Have you seen them?
I've seen Richard Hoagland, who was part of the space program, was showing them for a while, and then he was shut down. Richard Hoagland's a white fellow.
Oh, he is, and he was trying to prove that black people went to. You said
Not
the moon?
prove, but he was showing that
On
he was
Mars?
showing, yeah, on Mars, that there's pyramids and there's a human being's face on Mars.
So if this is true, I still want to know what's wrong with black people now. They don't act like they're the smartest. They don't perform as though they're the smartest or the first.
What are you talking about?
Why are they leading the way in morality?
He's so serious.
Building,
Are you saying the
and beauty?
majority now? You're saying the majority.
Right, majority of
Right.
blacks are screwed up.
Okay.
Not all, but most. If they're so smart, why don't they act like it?
Are you know about suppression?
But
And
you
about-
can't suppress a smart man, especially if he's the first on earth.
Mm-hmm.
That cannot be done. Why is it happening to them if they're the first on earth?
That
They're
is
so
not my
smart.
specialty. I could not tell you why.
But during the study, when you want, after this kind of type of study, when you wonder, wow, if this is true, the first man that God made in his image was first on earth, what's wrong with him now that he's so defeated?
See, this is getting into politics. And
No,
I
this is
don't-
not
you know,
politics. I just
well,
want to understand what happened to their smartness.
I'm a historian and I talk about the history.
Right, so
And
what
I
happened to their
don't- I don't know.
smartness?
I don't know.
And you don't wonder about that?
Of course.
And you haven't come up with an answer?
No, because that's not my thing.
You're a historian, and you're supposed to have that as your specialty. You're supposed to know where we started, how we got here, all of that. But where's it at? Like, you don't know nothing. You just want to deflect because you don't want to answer the tough questions that Jesse's posing. Can y'all imagine the school that granted this guy a PhD? My man is literally out here peddling his own delusional beliefs and calling it Black history. Amazing.
And you haven't come up with an answer?
No, because that's not my thing.
So you're not writing and discovering in order to answer questions? You're just doing it just to be doing it?
Of course not.
Are you doing it to answer questions?
I'm doing it
Your
to
studies?
educate our people and to let them know what they did. They had a wonderful past, and what they did before, they can do it again.
But if they don't understand what went wrong, how can they do it again? They need to know why they are so low on the totem pole in order to overcome it, and you're not giving that answer.
That's not my area. That's like in a car. One man doesn't build the motor and the seats and the color, and they specialize. And that's what I've done. I specialized.
But information without solutions is no good. So it's not good enough to just have information without solution. Everybody got information.
I've got a solution.
What's that?
To how to get out of this, and that is to educate our children from this tall about our history, so that they are not in that frame of mind that I grew up with, that white is right and black is bad. Big lips, big noses are terrible.
Nobody says that.
And why is it then that the whites jump out with the first piece, not whites, but some white folks want to get tans all the time? Why do they want to look like us if they don't want to be like us? Okay, what did
I don't think they want to look like the blacks. They just want a nice tan. But they don't want to be
nice
that
tan?
black.
Why?
Because you can't see them, the skin too well.
Right, and then they have blacks who like to put Noxzema and different things on their skin to get lighter. So it's both ways.
You
know,
mentioned-
some want to be white if they're black, and some want to be black if they're white.
So his solution, this doctor that is to teach kids how to be professional victims. He's just another Talcum X, a grifter extraordinaire like Sean King. His solution is to belittle, make excuse after excuse. And I'm guessing the doc here is about 20% Egyptian, 80% white supremacy. And I don't know why, I'm not trying to be funny, but to me, this man looks like a light-skinned African Mel Gibson dressed up as an orange creamsicle. And I love me some Mel Gibson. Who doesn't? Braveheart, The Patriot, The Passion. Of course, Mr. Imhotep would probably label those as racist white supremacist films, but hey, I just call it like I see it.
You mentioned white supremacists. You believe there's such a thing as white supremacy?
What?
Do you believe there's such a thing as white supremacy?
Of course I do.
Where's the proof of it?
What's the proof of it?
Yes.
Now we'll get into politics again.
But this is not politics. This is about dealing with
Well,
people's lives and stuff
I don't
like
get
that.
into that.
But where's the proof of white supremacy? You made the statement just now. Where's the proof of it?
Yeah, well, open your eyes and look. Look at the world.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No.
Well, good. You're happier than I am.
I'm happier than you?
Yes,
And what do you mean by that?
because I see it every day.
And give me one example of it.
The Klan.
The clans?
The clans. Ku Klux Klan.
But that just was this angry, hateful group of people who are mad. Like Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is a black, radical, evil, agitative organization that was founded by a bunch of black lesbians and black homosexuals and radical white social justice warriors. And
Are
so
you against them?
they're worse than the Klan. So those
Are you
just
against the lesbians and the homosexuals?
I'm against the radical ones. There are some people who are stuck in the lifestyle and they don't want to be there. They just don't know how to overcome. But I'm against the radical ones
Okay.
who are trying to indoctrinate. You support homosexuality?
Any human being can be whatever they want to be.
And so are you saying that homosexuality is all right? It's fine?
As long as they do whatever they want to do and don't harm anyone else,
But they're harming themselves.
well, it's a matter of opinion.
Any human being can do whatever they want, and any human being can also go to hell if they don't repent and turn to Jesus. I don't want that for anybody. That's why we call this stuff out. Our sin, everybody's sin. Sin is sin across the board, but you can't glorify it. You can't idolize it and act like it's not what it is. It's evil. There's good, there's bad, there's righteous, there's unholy. Follow the narrow gate that leads to life. That's the way. Through Jesus. Don't lean into the world and say, oh, you make an excuse. You can do whatever you want, live how you want. Yeah, you can do that, but that's not what you should be doing.
You think they were created by God to be a homosexual?
Do I think that?
Yes.
I have no idea.
But do you accept it as a norm?
As a norm?
Yes.
Do I accept it?
As a norm or an abnormal lifestyle?
When I grew up, I didn't know anything about homosexuals.
Yeah, me either. So
Not
do
until I
you,
became a teenager.
so do you see it as an abnormal lifestyle or a normal lifestyle? Now that you're an adult man.
Well, it's well, they talk from what I've read in the history books. The Greeks are the ones that introduced that, but
The Greeks?
that's what I've read. I don't know if that's true or not.
Were the Greeks black?
First, everything was black.
Right, so that's what I'm asking. So the Greeks were black and they were homosexuals?
Well, I'm talking about Alexander and those Greeks.
Oh, after the black man.
Yeah. But
Of
you
course.
know, I'm sure there might have been. I'm sure there were homosexuals before white folks too, because you know we've been around so long. A lot of things have been what do you call it, tried and found that they were not good or whatever. I mean, we've been here for so long. So many different things have been tried and thrown away, and some have been accepted.
And so your only proof of white supremacy is the KKK,
My only proof.
right? To you. You mentioned the KKK. Is there anything else to prove that white supremacy exists?
Is there anything else? You have to ask someone else that who was better versed on that, who would give you a better intelligent answer.
But why do you
'Cause
believe something when
This
you
is
have...
what I talk about right here.
Why do you
I don't get
believe
into that
something-
politics, and you're trying to get me into politics.
No, it's not politics.
Well, I
Why do you
don't want
believe
to talk about
something that doesn't...
I don't want
with
to talk
no
about
proof?
that. I don't want to talk about that. That's not on my agenda.
You can't make this stuff up, y'all. That's not on your agenda, and that's not your lane. That's not your field or expertise. You don't want to get into the politics, but yet you spread this lie that white supremacy is taking over, that's a huge, overwhelming problem in this world. Yet you can't give us one example. You mentioned the KKK, but that's not an ongoing issue. Yeah, that might happen in some very isolated, minute areas, but it's not KKK isn't running wild in the United States. This is just absurd to me that these people still wake up every single day and use all of their energy that they're blessed with to just drain society of anything good, to just be pessimistic, glass always empty, not even half full, not half empty, is full empty, dehydration mode. And they need to come out of this. But that was comedic gold right there. God bless JLP, the great black hope, for always dishing out the truth. He calls Donald Trump the great white hope. I think he's the great black hope. And even if it's not what people want to hear, it's exactly what needs to be said. I love how he is unapologetic and unafraid. And some of y'all may disagree, but I honestly thought that the interview was outstanding. Obviously, I don't agree with a single thing that Afrotologist said, but at least he was respectful and entertaining at the very least. He didn't bash, he didn't belittle, he didn't lash out. He was out of his mind, off the rocker. He needs a whole lot of prayer and guidance towards the truth. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for him. I pray that y'all pray for him as well. You'd think that someone that's so entrenched in African culture would pick up and move there. Maybe even build a pyramid or something. Who knows? But why stay in America? If it's so infested here with bad white people, why are you constantly getting up day in and day out and going out doing these interviews, even wasting your time in this country? Oh, wait, I know why. Because these tired old race hustlers make entire careers out of playing the victim and pushing lies that keep us divided. They will literally roll up in a Bugatti, suited and booted from head to toe, but at the same time, they'll lie to some little boy or girl and tell them that the white man is holding folks down, that they themselves are being held down. Get out of here with that garbage. We are all human beings, and nobody is holding and stopping anybody from achieving the goals that you have but you. You need to look in the mirror. You need to reflect on the decisions that you make. If you don't put in the effort, if you constantly steal and lie and do all of these things that are degrading to your community and degrading to yourself, you're not going to get anywhere. But if you want to work for it, great, you can have it. If you want a lot of money and fame, do it honestly. To whom much is given, much is required. There's nothing wrong with being financially successful if you're giving back and being responsible with the blessings that God gives you. Nothing at all. But we don't need any more Al Sharptongues or Stephen A. Smiths. What we need is bold, righteous Christ followers that glorify the Lord in everything that they do. Matthew 6, verse 33 and 34, Jesus says, "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble." Amen. But I'll end my little sermon rant there. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Drop a comment below if you made it to this point in the video. Goodness gracious. Help me, Lord. If you made it to this point in the video, let me know what you think, and let's keep the conversation rolling. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, ring that notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. If you like what I'm doing over here and you want to show a little extra love and support, make sure you go check out our website down below in the description section. That way you can get all the awesome shirts you see me wearing in every single video. They're all made by my beautiful wife. This one says created with a purpose. It has it on the chest and on the sleeve. It's based on Ephesians 2 verse 10. I like mine a little baggy, so it seems a little extra room to move and groove, but we got all different sizes ranging from itty bitty extra small to big and hefty 5X, a bunch of colors, different designs, all of that. I'm sure you can find something that you like or a great gift for someone that you love. Outside of that, you can always join the Gibson family here on YouTube and become a member. You can buy me a coffee. You can join the Patreon family. All those links are down below as well. By no means do you have to do any of that. Just showing up and allowing my freckle face to rant at you for a few minutes. I am greatly appreciative. I love y'all. I cannot thank you enough. Until next time, I'll be praying for you. Godspeed. I'm gone.